Things you did not know about the Fox network. It launched, in quotes, October 9th, 1986. And it actually started out as 6 separate stations: New York City, Washington, D.C., Los Angeles, Houston, Chicago, and Dallas. And the original name was not Fox. It was FBC, the Fox Broadcasting Company.
All right.
Other rejected titles for the network were Universal Broadcasting System and International Broadcasting System, also known as IBS. Irritable bowel syndrome. I'm so glad Frank went there. Right, you went right there with me, man. So the network debuted with the soft launch on October 9th, and its inaugural program was The Late Show with Joan Rivers. Joan Rivers.
Yeah, remember that pissed off Johnny Carson something.
Yeah, because they kind of had their thing going, and she would fill in for him, and she jumped ship. She went to Fox. He was pissed off.
I hated her.
And then the station officially launched on April 5th, 1987, with its night. It was a Sunday night lineup of Married with Children and the Tracey Ullman Show.
So, not meaning to cut in, but Fox is now, this is their 30th year that they've had the NFL.
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember the hype and the kind of video package that they had for football coming to Fox?
I am so glad that you bring this
up. It's a great.
The very next picture I have.
The whole the hype video for that.
It's all stuff that would be illegal now.
Oh, it's so 90s too. Like, if you can find it on YouTube, it is fantastic watch to just have a nostalgic feel for 94.
So in the early years of Fox, they were able to succeed where other networks had failed because they weren't considered an actual network. They were just a large group of stations. And so they were able to get around a lot of the rules and regulations that networks have to abide by. And finally, Fox was still struggling to get credibility despite the fact that it had a lot of really good shows in the early to mid 90s where you had obviously Married with Children, The Simpsons, X-Files. These shows were doing great, but it wasn't until they signed on for the NFC games with the NFL that they really gained recognition as far as an actual network is concerned. And that happened in 1993 with their first games being the 94 season.
I wish James Brown wouldn't have left. I thought that was such a good pregame.
It still blows my mind that those dudes are still there.
CBS.
They're all still there.
Yeah, those three and James Brown took the money and went to CBS about 15 years ago.
And their hair looks exactly the same.